Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This time I will be reviewing the new Hogwarts Legacy game. I don't really have anything to say about J.K. Rowling's remarks, so this video will focus only on the game. So, without delay, let's get into the review.
Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso!
The Harry Potter series and movies are really loved by a lot of kids and grown-ups. People are so excited about it that they even go to a special place in the UK called the Harry Potter Studio Tour to see all the cool things used in the movies like wands and costumes. They even dress up like their favorite characters. It is so popular that people love to buy toys and things that remind them of Harry Potter. The Harry Potter world hasn't had very many video games made about it, even though it's really popular. There have been some games on phones and some that go along with the movies, but not many that let you explore the world and learn more about it. This is why a new game called Hogwarts Legacy is so exciting. It's the first game that lets you be a student at the famous School of Magic and learn all about it. And the best part is, it has a brand new story that you can be a part of.
Good for getting places you're not supposed to be.
Hogwarts Legacy is a really fun video game that is full of adventure. It is called an action role-playing game, which means that you get to be a character and go on a journey filled with battles, treasure, and lot of exciting things to do. The story is long and takes about 40 hours to complete, or even longer if you want to do all the extra missions. The game takes place a long time ago, before Harry Potter went to Hogwarts and even before a wizard named Newt Scamander wrote his book about magical creatures. This means that the game can have its own special story that hasn't been told before. It's really cool to explore a new part of the Harry Potter world. In Hogwarts Legacy, you get to be a student at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, but you're not starting as a first-year student like Harry Potter. Instead, you're starting as a fifth-year student, which means that you are a little bit older and the game can have more grown-up themes. You get to create your own character from scratch, choose what they look like and even their voice. As you play the game, you'll find out that you're special and have a connection to ancient magic. You'll go on a big adventure to learn all about it. The teachers at Hogwarts will teach you all sorts of spells for defense, offense, and to help you on your journey. You'll also find special clothes and items that will make you stronger and better at fighting. Later in the game, you get to choose how to make your spells and skills even more powerful. It is a really cool game that lets you explore a new part of the Harry Potter world.
I had it all under control.
Hogwarts Legacy is a really big and exciting video game that takes place in the Harry Potter world. It's like another game called Knights of the Old Republic, where you get to explore and go on adventures. The game is set in a huge open world with all sorts of places to explore, like Hogwarts, Hogsmeade Village, and the Forbidden Forest. There are also smaller villages and caves to check out. The game is full of secrets and puzzles to solve, and you get to talk to different characters and learn more about the world. You can even go shopping in Hogsmeade, like at Ollivander's Wand Shop. There are a lot of other stores too, and all sorts of things to discover and explore, even if they don't help you finish the story. It's like a big treasure hunt in the Harry Potter world. The game is set in Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, which is very detailed and has many places to explore. You can visit different parts of the school mentioned in the books and movies, and even more. The school looks amazing, has moving paintings, and there are many things to do like solving puzzles and learning spells and potions. When you play the game, you'll be given tasks to do, but you can also explore on your own and find more things to do. You start by choosing which house you want to be in by answering questions from the sorting hat. Then you'll attend classes to learn spells, potions and herbology. These skills will come in handy later in the game as the story gets more interesting. The game lets you do magic and make potions, which you can use in battles. As you progress in the game, you will have a special room to do all the magic and potion making you need. In battles, your skills and magic will be very important. This is where the game is most fun.
By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another.
Combat in Hogwarts Legacy is perhaps surprisingly deep and involving considering the subject matter. It is based on combos and quick-fire ranged attacks with main spells and rapid basic casts switched between for the best results. There is a targeting system to allow you to switch between foes and defensive blocking through a Protego spell that erects a short-lived magical ball around you. These can also be further exploited for the likes of well-timed blocks, which stupefy opponents, and a dodge mechanic that enables you to roll out of the way. Later on, you also get a chance to transport over short distances to further evade attacks and get around enemies. In fact, the amount of different moves on offer are reminiscent of more complex action RPGs, asking for strategy and dexterity that belies the sort of button mashing we expect. It can also present a decent challenge at the highest difficulty level, and with 4 of them to choose from, story to hard, there should be enough there for all ages. Where the youngest might struggle though is in the puzzles. Most are optional and there to reward you with extra items or in-game cash, but some can be a little tricky to solve, while others require quite a bit of controller manipulation. There are Merlin challenges scattered around outside the walls of Hogwarts that are solvable using different spells. Some require to dash between columns and which go into the ground if you are not fast enough. The school itself also houses many puzzles, including brain teasers and those that are timing based. There are also collectibles just about everywhere, including puzzles for the field guide you carry around with you. That serves as an encyclopedia on all things Hogwarts. Collecting them also gives you different customization skins for clothing and the like. Rarely is there anything in the game that isn't useful, and that its main charm. In many ways, it reminds us of the Fable series of RPGs for Xbox and PC. There's something to behold everywhere you go. The game is thick with dialogue too. Almost everyone you meet has plenty to say for themselves, sometimes to give you a story or side mission, sometimes just a comment that adds to the ambience. Unfortunately, this is one area that is less polished than others. While much of the talking is important and well written, it is not always well acted. The main characters and your in-game friends are fine, but many of the extras you meet either have pretty poor accents or have a strange tone to their voice that suggests adults were often cast to play classmates. On top of this, the sound mix for voices seems off. It feels detached from the game itself. The lip sync is reasonable enough, but the voice kind of floats in the air rather than feeling integrated with any background noises. It's reminiscent of listening to an audiobook or radio play whereby different actors voice different parts but without the impression that they are in a specific location. Games today are generally excellent at getting the voice acting spot on, so it seems odd this doesn't. However, it is a relatively minor quibble when everything else is taken into context. It's a foible that's certainly not mirrored by the truly excellent Potter movie-esque score and the visuals, which are superb throughout. Hogwarts and its grounds are beautifully rendered and exploration of the world is rewarded by some excellent vistas. Interiors are wonderfully crafted too, with detail packed into every crevice. There are some missions outside the school that are especially fantastical. So much so, you can be forgiven for just standing around and taking in the view, forgetting that a legion of huge spiders are lurking right behind you. Avalanche Software has provided 5 graphics modes to choose from too, with a fidelity mode providing the best resolution at the sacrifice of frame rate. It's 30 FPS, while performance modes drops the sharpness a touch for a seemingly stable 60 FPS. There are also balanced, high frame rate and ray tracing modes. The latter wasn't working fully during my review period sadly, while you need a VRR enabled TV to get the most from HFR mode. In all honesty, we found performance mode to be an excellent compromise, and the 60 frames per second made everything move much better. It's great to have different options though.
Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
You might have gathered by now that we are Harry Potter fans ourselves, and to that end, this game was always going to appeal to us at some level. However, it is better than we could have hoped. The gameplay isn't particularly innovative, but it takes some of the best bits from our plenty of favorite RPGs and puts them in a setting that delights at every turn. Admittedly, someone who hasn't been gripped by Potter fever in the past will feel like they have been hit by a confundus charm, as the plot and entire game presumes at least some knowledge of the franchise. You'll certainly struggle to get the most from it. But those who have been known to wave around a stick in front of the bedroom mirror will adore Hogwarts Legacy, even with the often detached voice acting. Combat is especially impressive, and the sheer weight of lore is enough to keep you more than happy to plow hours on end into the journey. Some things really are worth waiting for. Thanks for watching the video. That was my review for Hogwarts Legacy. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more videos just like this one.